I want to go back to what it is that happened yesterday in Baltimore after 18 seasons. The Ravens are one of the most stable franchises in all of sports. And Dominique Foxworth proclaimed himself, and this bothers me when people do this, as shocked but not surprised.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can be shocked without being surprised. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Can you be shocked without being surprised? Even though I understood what he was saying, because people were talking for a while that Harbaugh might be in trouble there. But the thing that I want to put in front of you guys is the following, because I didn't remember this. I had to go look it up to get the specifics of how it is that the last 4 Ravens seasons have ended, okay? The last 4 of them. Because obviously, in the last game, you've got Loop missing a field goal, and Pittsburgh gets into the playoffs. And I don't believe any of us would honestly say that Pittsburgh is better than Baltimore. We'd say Aaron Rodgers, the old guy, played all the games. Lamar Jackson didn't. Therefore, Pittsburgh is in the playoffs. Pittsburgh, I guess Rodgers missed 1 game. But Lamar Jackson not being himself is the reason that Baltimore's not in the playoffs. So, a missed field goal at the end, which doesn't make them actually any worse. They'd be in the playoffs. That's how this season ends. Last season ends. They're in Buffalo. They got the 2-point conversion. Mark Andrews drops it at the goal line. That's how that season ends. 2023, Zay Flowers, goal line fumble when they're down 17-7 against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. And then 2022 with Tyler Huntley, right? With their backup quarterback. I don't know if you guys remember this wild card game at Cincinnati. He fumbles 3rd and goal at the Bengals 1, and it's returned 98 yards for the game-winning touchdown. That's how their last 4 seasons have ended. What does that have to do with Harbaugh?
I get what you're saying, but in going back in time, Dan, you're showing a downward trajectory. They have been getting worse and worse. I think it's pretty clear that Lamar Jackson is diminishing a little bit. And keep in mind, Lamar Jackson saved John Harbaugh's job. They announced a parting of ways, John Harbaugh and the Ravens. Lamar Jackson came in, lit the world on fire, and they decided, you know what? Let's keep this together. We're not going to part ways. And then the Ravens are in the conversation. But how much more talent did that Ravens team need to have for people to start worrying about John Harbaugh? What does he bring to the table? He's a special teams guy. I think his greatest skill, the Harbaugh name, they build great staffs. But people poach those guys. Is this guy a Mike McDonald merchant? Like, I don't know how you could look at the last year of Baltimore Ravens football and be like, no, this guy's ready to go. I understand why he's a hot candidate. He's a Super Bowl champion. So is Brian Billick. And I'm not making that comparison. I'm just saying this is catnip for Miami Dolphin fans. As soon as I saw that news, I thought that Greg Cody had the Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, go get him article written in drafts.
Well, but you can't do the Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, go get them when one of the main reasons Harbaugh was fired was likely because Lamar Jackson didn't want him to be his coach anymore.
Well, Lamar Jackson had a bad season, and good quarterbacks have bad seasons. We've said that about Tua, who I don't put in anywhere near Lamar Jackson's class, but The Ravens have been a respected, well-run franchise until now. The idea that they fired John Harbaugh because a kid kicker missed a 44-yard field goal, which is tantamount to an extra point. It's a chip shot in the modern NFL.
I object to that.
It's a chip shot.
Greg, let's not minimize this saying that it's because a kid missed a field goal.
It absolutely is.
They lost 8 other games.
They had 8 wins. That's why he's available.
Tyler Poop.
Because Lamar Jackson was injured for a third of the year.
They had
and
2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
He had a bad season.
That's
Lamar
garbage.
Jackson.
That is garbage. What you just did there is garbage,
They
making
put up 8
Huntley
wins
a
with
Pro
2.
Bowl quarterback. You made Huntley a Pro Bowl quarterback just because 7 other guys dropped out. That's nonsense what you just did there.